Well, hello there, Vlad here. Welcome to my studio. Today we're talking about why real amps and pedal board setup is better than a modular setup. And this video is part of a two-part video series, and you can find kind of counter arguments to what I'm going to say here in the video that you can find in the cards and in the description. And before you get mad at me for including or not including something in these videos, please know that over my 20 plus years of being a guitar player, I've had pretty much every setup imaginable, going from using a small transistor amp to having a full 100 watt tube amp and a 2x12 cabinet in my small student apartment, using load boxes with those tube amps, to as of late going full modeling and just using some sort of modeling unit or maybe just plugins to get the sounds I want. With these two videos, I'm also kind of sharing my journey as a guitar player and how my preferences have changed over the years. And I would love to hear yours. Leave a comment down below and let me know where you started and what you are using now and why. But now let's answer the question why real amp and pedals is better than a modular unit. The first reason why real amp and pedals is a better solution than a modular is the fact that I think it's the best guitar playing experience. In my experience, you just don't get that with modulars. The interaction of your guitar and your playing and touch sensitivity and everything with a great amp. I don't know if it's due to the fact that you have to play the modular through a PA or an FR cabinet, but it just doesn't feel the same. And I noticed myself missing those dynamics and kind of being able to control your sound with just your playing touch. You lose a lot of that when using a modular. The second reason why a real amp plus pedal board is a better setup than a modular is because it makes it more likely for you to be able to hear yourself at a band practice or a gig. I've been at countless rehearsals where I have to try to hear my guitar through the two PA speakers that the rehearsal space has, but we're also pumping like 3 or 4 vocalists and a keyboard and acoustic guitar through that PA as well. Good luck hearing yourself through those, whereas with a real amp, you turn up to the place, angle it towards your ears, turn up the volume, and you're good to go. You'll be able to hear yourself no problem. The third reason why a real amp and pedals is better than a modular is the fact that, first of all, you get to play with physical knobs and physical things, and us humans are kind of designed to do those things. We like knobs, we like buttons and things like that, and it's a true art form, kind of collecting all the pedals, then assembling them in a certain order, figuring out all the technical details, figuring out how to run your signal through everything. It's a lot of fun. I love watching pedal board rundowns, and a lot of other people do that as well. And it's just not the same on a modeling unit where you have a bunch of options in every single category. And unfortunately, that also means that you are less likely to commit to any kind of sound or signal chain because it's very easy to swap all of that. And hence, you are less likely to be able to kind of discover your own unique sound, which I feel is easier to achieve with physical units because you only have those options available, and then it's up to you to figure out how to get the best sound out of those instead of just going through the next and next and next and next option. I think you get what I mean. The fourth reason why a real amp and pedal board is a better setup than a modeling unit is the fact that if, let's say, your amp goes down at the gig, you'll be able to finish the gig by just having a tiny little IR pedal on your board as a backup. Or if your pedal board goes down, you can just plug it into your amplifier, and depending on your amp, you might be able to still get a lot of different sounds out of it to finish the show. But if your modeling unit goes down, you pretty much need to have two of the same unit or get like a cheaper unit of the similar thing. But then if you're using a bunch of effects and things like that, you need to keep that backup unit up to speed all the time as well. And suddenly it becomes pretty complicated, and those backups also cost a lot of money. The fifth reason why a real amp and a pedal board is a better setup than a modular is the fact that I think it's an incredibly rewarding journey learning how to mic your amplifier and dial in all of the tones with your setup and then using that to record. It's such a rewarding journey, and again helps you to create your own sound. Whereas with modelers, and I have a lot of personal experience with this, there's always 5 more amps, 5 more pedals, 5 more EQs and delays to check out, and it's very easy to lose focus on what's actually important, and that's recording the best take you can. And whether you want to admit it or not, for many of us there's such a thing as too many options. And there you have it. Those were my 5 reasons why I think real amps and pedals are better than a modeling unit. Is it something I missed? Did I get something completely wrong? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, I want to remind you that there's a second video that kind of counter-argues to this one, and that one should be available here in the cards and in the description as well. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, subscribe button, and just hit all the buttons on the screen, and good things will happen. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.